Welcome to Rune Deck, where my RuneScape journey is decided by a deck of cards. I've always been a huge fan of players taking on restricted accounts. Seeing their unique challenges and new rules for the game got me thinking, how could I put my own twist on this? So I began building a RuneScape randomizer. I took all the quests and skills and turned them into a deck of cards, allowing us to experience the game in a way that's never been done before. The idea is simple. We move forward by drawing cards. Each card gives a quest, skill goal, or an achievement. I have to finish that task to unlock better monsters, new shops, and better training methods. Now let's draw some cards and start unlocking the game. Alright, day 1. No gear, no coins, just vibes. It's actually been such a long time since I created a fresh account, so it's good to be back here. First task completed, I managed to survive the nostalgia of this island, so great start. We're done with that, we're on the mainland, and like any respectable Snowflake account, I'm just gonna drop all this stuff real quick. After that we're gonna jump into Rune Deck so you guys can see what it looks like. This is the interface, and those are the 3 cards that I'll be picking from when choosing my next task. As you can see, there's the scaling card, the quest card, and also the achievement card. When completing those tasks, I will be unlocking some shops, some monsters, and some minigames. Here's the shop interface. I start with the general store unlocked. And there's also the monster interface. I start with the good old rat. You can also backlog a task to complete it later or reroll your end. That's pretty much it. Now it's finally time to start a new game and pick our first card. Alright, that's all scaling cards. Let's analyze this. I'm pretty much sure I could cook bread up to level 10 cooking, and I could also rake my way to level 10 farming, but I think Thieving is just the better pick. It could give us some starting cash and also some basic food, so yeah, let's go with that. Nice milestone, level 5, and we're gonna switch to stalls next, but first, I wanted to go deeper over the rule set for this account. For the game mechanics, we progress through 12 tiers, with higher tiers giving tougher tasks. We need to complete 30 tasks to reach the next tier. This means any quest, skilling goal, or achievement. We get 1 reroll every 10 tasks. We can hold 2 card max in the backlog, and finally, no ground items. Restrictions. We can only do quests and diaries if we unlock them with a card. We can level up and gain XP beyond our maximum unlock level, as long as we stick to the training methods allowed at that level. This was inspired by RuneScape. Please check out his channel. I can only kill or loot unlocked monsters, except for quests and diaries. Combat skills are always unlocked with no cap. I'm absolutely open on changing the rules for this account, so if you think I messed up, let me know in the comments. Same thing goes for new ideas. At level 5 Thieving, we unlock Baker's Stall. It provides us with a really good source of early game food, and that's what I'll be doing until level 10. Nice milestone and task completed. That means we can go into Rune Deck and unlock some stuff. We have 2 monsters to unlock, so let's check that out. Oh, and we also unlock farmers. I think it's massive for farming since we can now get some seeds. 10 Thieving, let's see what we unlock. Wow, that's so average. We're still gonna go check the loot table and see them in game, but first let's see what our next task is. Alright, Firemaking, Demon Slayer, and Fletching. Before choosing, let's go see the monsters. So those were like the first aggressive monsters that I encountered back in the days, and yeah, let's just say that it didn't go that well for me, so I'm not expecting much. Okay, so those guys have been slacking real hard since my childhood. And I even get a best in slot. Nice. So for the next monsters, I gotta go through these doors. I also have the choice to help this little guy, and I'm obviously gonna do it since I'm such a nice person.
A few moments later.
With the rules I explained earlier, I can use woodcutting to train firemaking, but I can only chop trees since I haven't unlocked a woodcutting card yet. For that, I also need an axe. That could have been a problem without ground items, but I found out that there was a single general store that sells axe. The one at Void Knight Outpost. So that's the one I can use. One last thing. If a shop isn't listed in the shop page on the official wiki, I'm allowed to use it. For example, I can use Django's toy store to buy the Chronicle teleport. With that being said, let's pick firemaking and get that axe. We're at the outpost, and it's actually the first time I'm using this store. Pretty much sure I'm not the only one. Pretty funny and niche way to get a bronze axe. And while I'm here, might as well pick some other stuff. Now let's get this done. Nice milestone, level 10. Now let's go into Rune Deck, complete the task, and unlock some stuff. Alright, Pirate Guard and Igd? I think we have access to both of them, so let's go see them in game. So Igd is located in Burtop, and she actually has a drop table similar to Men and Women. Other than that, she doesn't do much. I'll put it on screen right now. So let's see what we get. Alright, Bronze Bolt. No use for that now, but I'll take the Prayer XP. Nice, free potion from a stranger. What could go wrong? So I know the guards are around here, but I don't actually remember where exactly. Yeah, no, those are just pirates. Let's see, yeah, there it is. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so enough of that. Those are the 3 cards that I can pick from for my next task. For the first card, we get a Porcine of Interest, where we need to defeat a level 37 monster. I don't think it's the best for us right now. This diary is impossible since we need a bunch of fishing and agility level first. This leaves us with Ernest the Chicken, which I can totally do. First quest on the account, and I need a spade for this one. Since I cannot pick ground item, let's buy it from the store. So that's basically a quest about a man that's been turned into a chicken. Peak RuneScape storytelling right there. Completing this gives us 4 quest points, which is an insane amount for that quest. We also get coins and access to Kilowatt Plane. I absolutely have no idea what that is or how we can use it, but yeah, we'll take it. So right now, I'm at the step in the quest where I blindly follow what the quest helper is telling me. Alright, we got the can, now we can finally go meet the scientist and unchicken that dude. So Ernest will now be turned back into a human, and that's the first quest completed on the account. Let's go check Rune Deck and see what we unlocked. Alright, River Troll and Rusty. The Troll should not be accessible since we need Fairy Tale Part 2 completed, but Rusty should. Children of the Sun and Rune Mysteries are two insanely good quests. I'll think about it while we check out my man Rusty. So Rusty is located north of Falador, and he also has a drop table similar to Men and Women. Okay, no loot, but I'll stay here to train my combat a bit. So we're getting a few combat levels. Nothing hard, just some easy training for us. I think we just want a small base before getting harder cards. I gotta say I like this calm and simple part of the game. So yeah, just relaxing for now. Alright, so we might have peaked. Look at this drop. Our very first piece of armor. I know the protection is debatable, but the fashion is so on point. Let's check out the stat on this. Wow, my defense just barely moved. Worth it. Alright, so we got a few levels in, and look at that, some drops too. Nothing crazy, but it's all we can access for now. Let's go check the deck. So first things first, I cannot pick Wilderness Diaries yet. We don't even have the magic level to cast low level alchemy, so yeah, no diaries yet. Rune Mysteries is actually a solid one for us. It unlocks rune crafting, which opens up more cards for us to pick from. But honestly, Children of the Sun is even better. It unlocks a new continent, which means new areas, new monsters, and new tasks. Let's go with that one. So this card is huge for us. It opens up a whole new region, which means more monsters, more quests, and more ways for the deck to progress. It basically gives us a bigger playground. It also means more options and less grinding in the same old spots. But first, we need to complete the intro quest that unlocks all of this. Let's do it. So this quest is basically about a fancy kingdom that visits Varrock for a treaty. But of course, someone's up to no good and we need to investigate. We could say that finishing this quest is basically our passport application to Varlamore. So we just need to follow this guy to see what he's up to. We then learned that the guard was actually a member of some bandits, and that they planned to attack the delegation. We then just need to investigate more suspicious guard and do the interrogation. Pretty short quest I would say, and we should be done very soon. Quest completed, back into the deck for some more unlocks. Alright, guards unlocked, and that's finally someone who drops stuff we actually want. We also got unicorns, and those can be really useful for herblore stuff, if I remember correctly. So guards have some pretty interesting drops. I'll put them on screen right now. I don't think I can kill one at my level, but let's try flinching it. Yeah, I think I'll just come back later. Let's go check out the unicorn instead. So the unicorn drops are pretty meaningless for us right now, but let's check it out. And a nice hit point level, we'll take it. Seven strength. And also 6 combat. I don't know how many level we'll get from this skill, but nice milestone. Bones and unicorn horn. What a surprise. So, small update for Rune Deck. At the time I'm recording this video, RuneScape just released their new sailing skill. Even though Rune Deck is not a series related to sailing, I will be updating the code to be able to pick some sailing cards. That means new quest, skilling, and monster task. And that's pretty much it for the update. Let's go see what are the next cards available for us to pick. Okay, so we got some more quest cards. Honestly, I'm feeling for some skilling right now, so we might just backlog Sheep Herder since it's an easy one that we can do right now. Alright, that's perfect, 2 gathering skills. Let's go with mining because I want to make myself some armor at some point in time. So I finally found a store that sells pickaxe. It feels illegal, but it's totally by the rules, since I already unlocked that shop. Now let's go start that mining. We're back to the OG spot when I was in high school, and that's the first level. 8 to go. Level 3 mining. Level 4. Level 5 mining, halfway there. Almost level 6 mining, and while we do that, I wanted to share a bit more about the mechanics of unlocking monsters in Rune Deck. As you might have noticed, every card completed unlocks 2 monsters. The restrictions does not affect Slayer task, sailing bounties, or quest monsters. That means I can kill and loot monsters from Slayer task and sailing bounties. For the quest monsters, I will be limited to the drops needed for that quest. Also, unlocking a monster unlocks all variants in the same level range. For example, I have access to any guard since I unlocked them. Now back to mining. I'll be keeping all the ores I'm mining since I want to be training my smithing later. A random event just gave me more money than my actual gameplay. Amazing. And that will be the last ore for 10 mining. Let's go see if the next monster we unlock can be useful for us. So before completing the task, I just wanted to show you the nice backlog feature that I added. I spent way too much time on this feature. Let's complete the task. Alright, we'll go check out the monk for sure. But the end is in Mauritania and we need to unlock this area first. The monks are located just west of Edgeville and are only level 5, so should be easy. Wait, why is he healing though? Alright, I think you got this. Wait, is this a boss fight actually? Alright, we almost lost a fight to the most peaceful guy in the game. That's a new low. Let's check out the next available cards. Restless Ghost, Recruitment Drive, and Firemaking. Before anything, I wanted to give you a small update on what we've completed and unlocked. So those are the monsters we have access to, the monk being the only boss in this list. I will also show the tasks we've completed since we started. So yeah, 2 quests and 3 skilling goal, not bad. Alright, we'll stop here for today. We made good progress and now we need to choose our next task. That's the first thing we'll do next episode. If you enjoyed this content, or if you eventually want to try Rune Deck yourself, drop a like and subscribe. See you soon!